The richest rancher in Texas had accepted that his son would live in dark. Creatures, an influence that reached beyond agriculture. But inside the 12,000-square-foot ranch house overlooking miles of cornfields, there was one truth Henry Gary III could never outrun. His son had been born blind. And no amount of money had ever been able to buy light. Wendy Gary IV did not move through the ranch like other children. He moved through sound. He could tell which tractor was running by the rhythm of its engine. He knew when a storm was building long before the sky turned dark, the wind shifted differently across the wheat fields. Even the cattle spoke to him in patterns. Angus breathed heavier than Herefords. Horses stamped before they snorted. The ranch hands didn't know what to say around him. Some grew overly cheerful. Others uncomfortably quiet. They treated him like keep this knowledge to himself, of captured potential under the right conditions. We tried. Mason's hand hovered near the frame, ready to remove it. The silence was thick, heavy, almost mocking. Then Wendy inhaled sharply, a small sound that cut through the stillness. "It's different," he whispered. Softly. "There's a shape, and it's real," Wendy whispered. For the first time in 12 years, light and shadow separated in his world. Not complete vision. Not clarity. But enough. And in that barn, amidst steel gates and lingering dust, the impossible had begun. Dallas smelled of antiseptic and polished floors, a stark contrast to the earthy barns of Amarillo. Wendy sat on the examination table, glasses carefully in place, small hands resting on his knees. Henry stood nearby, jaw tight, heart thrumming with cautious anticipation. The neuro-ophthalmologist moved with calm precision, testing light responses, measuring pupil reactions, charting every flicker. Machines hummed, screens blinked. Wendy's eyes, once resigned to darkness, shifted subtly, tracking beams of light, discerning shapes and contrasts. The doctor paused, eyebrows raised. "Underdeveloped optic nerves," she said slowly. "Not completely non-functional. With high-contrast stimulation, partial vision is possible." Henry exhaled a breath he hadn't realized he'd been holding for years. Possibility, not miracle. Not perfection, but real progress. He turned to Mason, who stood quietly at the edge of the room. "I want to offer you a position," Henry said, voice firm but warm. And the fragile, extraordinary journey from darkness to light. Wendy Gary IV was no longer just seeing, he was learning to understand the world. The Texas wind rustled through the cornfields, carrying the scent of earth and promise. Wendy stood at the horizon, small and steady, tracking the movement of shadows, light glinting faintly in his eyes. He could see shapes, blurred, shifting, but unmistakably real. Mason adjusted the lenses, noting subtle changes in Wendy's focus. His reactions were faster than before, his tracking sharper. The boy's brain was learning to interpret light in ways even the doctors hadn't predicted. Henry watched from a distance, heart full. His empire had been vast, but it had never held the wonder he saw now, his son standing at the edge of perception, breaking the limits of what was thought possible. Doctors had confirmed partial vision, but what Mason noticed hinted at more. The prototype lenses weren't fully optimized yet. There was potential for clearer contrast, sharper recognition. Wendy was awakening faster than anyone expected. Henry realized his legacy might not just be cattle or land. It could be innovation, hope, breakthroughs for children like his son across the country. Wendy turned slowly toward the horizon, eyes lifted, tracing light and shadow across the field. He was no longer standing in darkness. He was standing at the edge of sight. And somewhere just beyond, a future waiting to be seen was beginning to take shape.